light on and a song for you. So stay tuned, cause you're on the tube with E. You're on the tube with E. You're on the tube with E right now, right now, right now, right now.
Well, hello, and welcome to On the Tube with Ely. I am your host, Ely. And if you've been following my shows, you know that I am a recovering breast cancer patient, 18 months surviving now. And we've been talking about cancer treatments, how you know, sometimes you get it, how not to get it, what it is, what it isn't. We've talked about chemotherapy, oncologists, herbiologists. We've talked about big pharma. We've talked about mustard gas in Nuremberg, Germany. Trials of the Nazis. We've talked about a lot of things, and today we're just gonna be kind of informal. You know, it's such a hot day today, so we just gonna keep this informal because I'm not feeling my best. You know, as a cancer patient, I had developed neuropathy, and neuropathy is when your nerves are damaged by the chemotherapy, and you get this tingling and numbness and shooting pains in your hands and mainly your feet. Well, there's so many side effects of the neuropathy. I mean, the medicine that they give you to you know, help ease the neuropathy, which is for me Neurontin, or the other name for it is gabapentin. And so the gabapentin, it's like makes my body real weak, achy. I get these muscle cramps. And so the past few days, I was feeling kind of bad, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what if I don't take it for a while, and let's see, you know, am I gonna be in a lot of pain? Because if I'm not gonna be in a lot of pain, I'm just not, you know, I'm gonna probably stop taking it. But so I mean, I'm just, you know, my eyes are bothering me today, so I don't have on my contacts, you know, so but I can still see. I can see you. But anyway, so we're, like I said, today we're gonna be pretty informal, and we're gonna talk about essential oils today. As I said last week, I have been using essential oils in a face cream. You know, I've, you know, mixed a few of them together, and I've used it in a face cream, and it has really, you know, been very kind to my skin, you know. And being in my 60s, I don't think that, you know, I look that bad. Okay, so, okay. Now, we're going to talk about 5 cancer fighting oils. Okay, we're going to talk about okay, and the first oil that we're going to talk about is let's see, what's the first one we're going to talk about? Remember when I told you that Johns Hopkins said they didn't say that everybody has cancer cells in their body? Well, I was just reading this report, like where I got this information from, and it says we all have a small amount of cancer or malformed cells in our bodies at times, you know. And a healthy body, which is fed by good food and enjoys robust lifestyle. Remember I was telling you about exercise and stress, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, one of the oils that's good for that is thyme, rosemary, oregano, chamomile, and frankincense. Now, I know you've heard of frankincense. In the Bible, Esther prepared herself. They prepared her skin with frankincense and myrrh for, I think it was 6 months before she met the king. And what myrrh does, it tightens the skin, you know. So, but anyway, let me tell you about each one. Okay, thyme. Thyme is like an evergreen herb, and it's used for cooking too, you know, as well as the medicine. The ancient Egyptians, they used to use it for embalming. Okay. Now, I know it might sound a little scary, you know, embalming. But they used it in baths, you know, and for incense. Okay. So, and during medieval times, I guess you could say people were superstitious, and they used it, they put it under their pillows to ward off nightmares. And I don't think it's so much as necessarily being superstitious, my bad. But what I think it is that certain smells, you know, can speak to the senses, you know, the emotional senses. And I think that's what the thyme did. It probably lulled their senses, you know, so that they slept well, you know. But I'm just guessing, but that would be my thought. And so, anyway, yeah, thyme. So, in a 2010 study done in Switzerland, they evaluated a number of essential oils against MCF-7 breast cancer cells, okay? And A549 lung cancer cells, and PC3 prostate cancer cells. And it was found that the thyme essential oil exhibited the strongest cytotoxicity towards all 3 types of these human cancer cells. And so this is likely due to the active compound of thymol, which is in the thyme, okay? And so it's been shown to activate a number of cancer-killing mechanisms. Well, that's a good thing. Get us some thyme. Okay, and then the next one is rosemary. Rosemary is one of my favorite oils. I sniffed it on each nostril, and it helps me with my sinuses. It's an aromatic evergreen shrub, and it's used for flavoring and cooking as well, pest control and gardening, and fragrance and toiletry products. Pests do not like rosemary. You could put it on some cotton balls and, you know, set it wherever you might have pests, and they'll flee, okay? So, and it contains a number of potent phytochemicals or therapeutic plant compounds, okay? And rosemary has been shown to have antioxidant properties, you know. So that's good in helping to protect against the free radicals. And you know free radicals can cause cancer cells to multiply. And the free radicals which damage cell membranes. And they tamper with the DNA, you know, and even cause death of the healthy cells, okay? So a number of recent studies have shown that rosemary extract has powerful anti-tumor properties in several areas of the body, including the colon, the breast, the liver, the stomach, skin, and blood. That's pretty good. And one study found that rosemary essential oil at a concentration of 1% was able to deactivate more than 90% of ovarian and liver cancer cells. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Okay. So then oregano. You know, you gotta kind of acquire you gotta acquire the taste for oregano because it's hot. But anyway, oregano is a common culinary herb that, you know, they use in cooking, and it's part of the mint family. Okay, part of the mint family, and it has a number of strong chemical compounds, which gives it a strong flavor, and it's also impressive in medicinal abilities. Okay, there's this doctor, Supriya Bhavadekar. It's assistant professor of pharmacology at Long Island's University College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, that's been leading this group testing, how you say this, carvacrol, which is a constituent of oregano. And they've been testing this on prostate cancer cells. And they found that the oregano compounds use signaling pathways that cause cancer cells to commit suicide. That's pretty good, huh? They, you know, the cancer is like, hey, we may as well kill ourselves. We can't handle this. Okay. So, but Dr. Bhavadekar explains that while we have previously known of oregano's anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, its effects on cancer cells really elevate the spice to a level of a super spice, like turmeric. Okay, now they say when recent data shows that 1 in 36 men will die of prostate cancer. That's 1 in 36, and this is a promising study, you know. Okay, and it says oregano oil also contains carnosol, one of the same constituents as rosemary. So they're kind of related a little. Oregano essential oil has been shown to stop the growth of colon cancer cells. Okay. Activating apoptotic cancer, which means cancer cell death. Okay. It has been known to stop the growth, effects which are selective for cancer cells. Okay. And this oil also indicated promising results against prostate, breast, and skin cancer. Okay. So then we have chamomile essential oil, and I've always associated chamomile with a calming effect, you know. So it says that chamomile is one of the most ancient medicinal herbs known to mankind. So that means that it's been around a long time. And if these herbs have been around a long time and have been used in ancient medicinal medicine, why are they not still being used? Or they are being used, but why not by mainstream? Okay. Anyway, the flower comes in 2 common varieties, German chamomile and Roman chamomile. Okay. The dried flowers of the chamomile contain many therapeutic chemical constituents, and they're called terpenoids and flavonoids. I know you've heard of flavonoids. And they contribute to its medicinal properties. And chamomile preparation, is used for common human ailments, including hay fever, inflammation, insomnia, gastrointestinal disorders, and hemorrhoids. Interesting, huh? Because I know a lot of cancer patients get hemorrhoids, so that's something that's nice to know. Because I know I had a lot of diarrhea from the chemotherapy, a lot of, it would, it was like if I wasn't constipated or nauseous or had diarrhea, I had hemorrhoids. And so that's nice to know that there's something that's not of a chemical compound that may help you, as you're going through this dreaded disease, cancer. Okay, there's a lot that's a lot more being said about chamomile, but I'll just say this part. In a 2010 Switzerland cancer study mentioned earlier, they found that the chamomile essential oil killed 93% of breast cancer cells. Wow, 93% of breast cancer cells. That's pretty impressive as well. And then another study found that chamomile essential oil is able to inhibit cell mutation by 60 to 75%. And that's pretty impressive too, because that's what happens when we get cancer. It's because the cells mutate and they multiply and multiply and multiply. Okay, so the chamomile, inhibits the cell mutation by 60 to 75%. So therefore, chamomile has been shown to be highly effective against cancer while providing a safe solution that doesn't harm the healthy parts of the body. Okay, so next we're talking about, I have this song stuck in my head, and it's called Forward, and it's by Molly Music, and it's like, it ain't about my past, it's about my future. Forward, where are we going? Forward. And so that's where I'm saying that, I'm going forward with this information concerning cancer. I hope that you've learned some things during the previous shows, and that, you will learn some in the upcoming ones. The next oil we're going to talk about is frankincense. And like I was telling you earlier, frankincense is the oil that they mention in the Bible, that when Esther was preparing herself to meet the king, they pampered her body with frankincense and myrrh. And so by the time she met the king, she was well groomed and ready, smelling good, skin soft, Well, anyway, frankincense essential oil is made from resin or sap that's obtained from the Boswellia tree family. And there's many different types of Boswellia trees in Asia and the Middle East. And each of these produces a slightly different resin. I know if you go to order frankincense, you go pull up different sites, you'll see that, there's different, I won't say brands, but there's different types, So, Well, anyway, I'm glad that this is an informal show today. I thought I'd throw this one in there. I'm telling you, my eyes are really bothering me today. And it's such a hot day, but I can't I have the fan on because then you can't hear me. So, anyway. Well, the main ingredient in frankincense is boswellic acid, and it has a strong anti-inflammatory activity. And the Chinese and Ayurvedic I thought I knew how to say this. Ayurvedic medical models, they use frankincense as a major ingredient in treating many health conditions, including cancer. And Western studies, they're now backing it up, backing up the traditional use and showing that frankincense essential oil and extracts have potent anti-tumor activity. So when frankincense was tested against human pancreatic cancer cells, for instance, the essential oil was able to cause substantial levels of cancer cell death. Okay, and what it was doing, it was inhibiting the signaling molecules and cell cycle regulators. Okay, yeah, regulators. So the same effect was found in another study on bladder cancer cells. So you want to get frankincense. You want to get that into your apothecary. So let me mention them again. Let me mention which 5 they are again, just in case you're writing it down and you want to go and purchase some. There's thyme, that's Thyme. Rosemary, just like the name, rosemary. Oregano, Oregano, oregano. Chamomile, and frankincense. Okay, so once you start using these oils, and also lemon oil. Lemon oil, I'm told by a very good and reliable source, helps with the tingling and stuff in the hands. So I said I was going to get me some and use it. I've used it before, but not for that, it was for something else, Yes, it is a hot day. So if you see me sweating, remember I said it's an informal show, guys. Okay. So, yeah, so if you want to get those oils, not only those 5, but lemon, and to be quite honest, there are other oils that will also help, reduce or eliminate some of these effects of cancer causing cells. But I just thought that I would touch on those 5 because they're, how I want to say, they're strong, as you might say. They work the best. But there are other oils because even, okay, if you, like when you're taking this chemotherapy and your skin gets real dry, you can mix different oils. Okay, maybe I'll tell you about those next week. That would be good, okay? I'll tell you about some skincare oils that will help you soften your skin, and not only to soften your skin, but to make to help you smell better. And incidentally, rosemary is supposed to be beneficial in hair growth, helping help your hair grow back too. I tell you, one of the reasons why I have a slow hair growth is because of the one drug that they used, Taxotere. Taxotere. I tell you about Taxotere. Okay. Taxotere is from the family of the Taxol drugs. And from what I understand is that the Taxol drug was okay, you know, and it wasn't really, it would cause hair loss, but not permanent hair loss. But the drug industry, I don't want to get on them, but anyway, people are so greedy. Everybody want to make money, and they, you know, so what do they start doing? They start substituting. And they want to, you know, make synthetic drugs. And that's what Taxotere is. Taxotere is a knockoff synthetic drug from the Taxol family. And it causes permanent, it's either, you're either permanently bald or you know, you might grow some bits and pieces. In my instance, I'm growing some bits and pieces, you know. And I'm just praying that the rosemary and something else, you know, will help. Because what woman does not want to have hair on her head, you know? Now, I know a lot of women may shave their heads, but that's their choice. If you don't have hair, by, you know, you can not have hair by choice. That's different. That's different than not having hair by force, you know. That if you even wanted your hair, is what can you do, you know? So I'm telling you, that's why I talked in the beginning shows about chemotherapy, to be sure that it's something that you want to take, you know, that you want to put these chemicals in your body. And I know that chemotherapy is supposed to be the #1 effective treatment for cancer. And in some patients, especially those who have higher stages, I'm sure it does help. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. But at the same time, it can also cause, you know, a lot of harm, you know. So, or, you know, you could just ask questions. Ask questions. Don't just, you know, go to the doctor and just let them give you anything. Okay, well, we're going to give you so-and-so. And you're, oh, okay. No. Ask them. Well, what does so-and-so do? You know, what are the side effects of this so-and-so? And is there anything else I can take besides so-and-so? You know, and just be mindful. My whole purpose in doing these shows is to be informative, you know, not to scare you, frighten you, or, you know, to change your mind about anything, but just so that you could be informed about things, okay? Now, we are coming to the close of the show because, like I said, I wanted to try to keep them to 30 minutes or so. And, you know, I always end the show with a song, which is already pre-recorded. I did it, you know, earlier before I started talking when I wasn't so hot. Okay. And so I hope that you'll come back next week. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share so this information can get out there. You know how many people have cancer? 1 in every 3 men and 1 in every 2 women. That's a lot. So share this information so that, you know, we can help each other. We can help each other, okay? And I love you all. I'll see you next week. You have been watching a very informal show on the tube with Ely. I found it. I traveled around looking looking for love, I couldn't find it. I traveled around looking for love, I couldn't find it. I traveled around looking for love, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, yeah. I traveled around looking for love, I couldn't find it. I said I traveled around looking for love, I couldn't find it. I traveled around looking for love, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Hey, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, yeah. Couldn't find it, my friends. Couldn't find it, my family. Couldn't find it, no man. I was looking for the love complete. Oh, but I found it. Yeah, I found it. I said I found it in the pages of the Bible, yeah. Love, so sweet. That love, complete. That love, unconditional. That love, everlasting. Yeah, I found it. Oh, I found it. Yeah. I said I found it in the page. I said I found it in the pages. I found it in the pages of the Bible, yeah. Who would lay down his life for me? And who would forgive me every unclean deed? And who has prepared mansion for me? I've been searching for all of these things. Yeah, I found it. Ooh, you know I found it. I found it in the pages. I said I found it in the pages of the Bible, yeah. I found love, so sweet. I found love, complete. I found love, unconditional. Hey, love, everlasting. You know I found it. Oh, I found it. I said I found it in the pages. You know I found it in the pages. I found it in the pages of the Bible, yeah. Right there between Genesis and Revelation, I found it. You know I found it in the pages. Bible